It's not cold. It's not cold. It's not cold. Enjoying this beautiful sunrise in this very warm bay. Trying to convince myself that it's not cold, because it's not cold. We are in the Bay of Islands. We moved outside of the marina there because we were on the queue dock and we had to move the boat right away. So we've come to this little anchorage. We're gonna head over to Marsden Cove today because we need to, well, start getting our boat fixed up. And unfortunately, the first thing we need to get fixed is our dinghy, because that's our wheels, that's our car. And they can't fix it here in Opua. They recommended us to the guy in Whangārei, and the closest point for us is Marsden Cove. So that is where we are headed. It's gonna be a beautiful day, beautiful warm day. For those of you new around here, I'm Nikki, this is Jason, and this is Curiosity, our home and the driving force behind our thirst for exploration, literally and philosophically. Because we believe curiosity is the key to unlocking life. It's what pushes us outside our comfort zone, softens our assumptions, and helps us embrace the great unknown. And we've been pushing our curiosity pretty hard. We just lost our life raft. The whole locker all just got ripped off. We just completed the wildest 1,300 nautical mile journey across the Pacific Ocean, from the remote island country of Tonga to New Zealand. It was a lesson in fortitude for us and our vessel. But we made it, and what a different world we're in.
Item number 237 on the list?
Yeah, new chain box, because the way it's set up right now, I have to hand flick it. And it kind of sucks when the seas are bad. It's not a big deal when it's like calm.
Like this right now.
It's pretty easy.
Rainy days don't seem so bad. Stormy nights don't stay.
Here, fishy, 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 we're coming on some birds.
From the moment
Dive bombing.
that we met, you were away. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever do. Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place.
Good morning. It's an absolutely stunning day here in New Zealand in the Bay of Islands, and not a cloud in the sky, and well, just a whisper of wind. We chose a light wind day because we don't want the waves crashing through the life raft locker. You know, it is what it is. We've just passed Cape Bread and the beautiful lighthouse there, and today's goal is to get as close to Marsden Cove as possible before sunset. And the idea is to get to, I'm gonna butcher this, Tutukaka Harbour. So then it'd just be 25 miles to our marina. We'll set off first thing in the morning tomorrow and try to get into the harbor before lunchtime, so we have plenty of time to sort out the boat and get tied up. Breakfast is ready. Okay. There you go. What have we got?
A little breakfast salad plate. Got arugula and pears and tomatoes, fried eggs with spring onion and parsley, and some feta cheese, balsamic drizzle, toast. You're off as I do. Salad and wind are never a good combo. Have a tendency to lose your plate. Not plate, just contents on it.
Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
Ever since we arrived in New Zealand, we've been getting a ton of messages from people wanting to know how we got into New Zealand. Did we sneak in? Did we bribe somebody? What, did we know somebody special? Is it because we were influencers or YouTubers? Did they like hook us up or something like that? And no to all of that, especially on like the YouTuber influencer thing. I don't think Customs cares too much about that. If anything, I would say it was a negative mark against us, not a positive, because they had an experience with another sailing YouTuber that's left them apprehensive. I'll just leave it at that. So the first thing they said to us whenever we arrived was, "Hello, welcome to New Zealand. You know you can't film us, right?" Everybody's been really nice, but I will say that bureaucracy has been apprehensive with us for sure. And they've told us it's essentially because of that. Application for getting in was based on location and need. And well, I didn't fill out the application. Jason actually did, so I'm gonna let him tell you about that.
New Zealand has this flowchart thing for people looking to get into the country, and one of the points was vessels with more than minor repairs. So I had to look over the website, and I thought that we had a good chance of maybe getting in based on the repairs that we needed to get done on Curiosity. But the process was long and kind of expensive, so I didn't want to just wing it. So I found an agent to help us, and that was John Martin of 360 Marine. Had a nice long conversation with him.
Yes, Jason, we can certainly help with the vessel exemption application. You've got a solid case.
So we applied, and it was pretty obvious from the application that New Zealand needed to be the closest country to get the work done that we needed to get done. Does that make sense? The perfect example is our coach house windows. They are cracked, they're falling apart, they need to be replaced. And unfortunately for us, it's not just a part we can order online, they have to be fabricated. So we need to take them out, have a mold made, and then have the windows built basically from scratch. And that's definitely not something we could have done in Tonga, and New Zealand is the closest country with the professionals needed to do that project. So I think that's the main reason. Well, a whole list of items that we have just like that need to be done, and New Zealand being the best and closest place possible to do that. So that's it. I mean, we definitely didn't sneak in. We just followed the flow chart, filled out a bunch of paperwork, paid some fees, and voila, now we're in New Zealand. So I'll put links in the blog for the flow chart and our agent in case you want to contact him. Dolphins! There they are. Hey guys! Woo!
It's the New Zealand welcome! High five! High vid! Come on! Oh, hello! Oh, you're so beautiful!
I can hear him talking! Oh my god, you're so close! Hello! 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 Wow, there's so many!
I love you!
I love you! Oh my god!
Dolphin hug!
Alright, I gotta turn. There's something up here. Oh, it might be just a bird. Oh, it's just a bird. Oh, okay. They get bored?
Yeah, I think they got bored. That was a beautiful session. Oh, I love them.
And there's birds floating in the water. I thought it was a mooring ball. That's the first time I've seen dolphins in a while from our boat.
Yeah.
So cool. Bye. I can see them off in the distance.
Yep, still playing.
Yeah.
Just saying hello.
Bye.
See you next time. All right. I hate to point out the obvious, but it is winter in New Zealand. It's cold. And not exactly the best time to be sailing. It's not terrible, it's just not very warm. And that's all right, because we're gonna utilize these cold winter months to take care of our boat projects, all of them. So that's the plan, which means the next 3 months are gonna be very long and painful. It is going to leave quite the dent in the cruising kitty, which is why we are excited to have a sponsor for today's video, which is Surfshark. It's a VPN, and we have been using a VPN on the regular since we set sail because, well, we live and operate in a very digital world, which isn't always so easy as we cross borders because we get geo restrictions and junk. So that's where Surfshark comes in. It's an app and web browser extension that lets us change our IP address and virtually place us anywhere in the world so that we can unblock websites and content that, well, we couldn't otherwise. Which means we can avoid geo restrictions on payment services like Venmo, get around YouTube live streaming blocks in certain countries. Yeah, we've gotten around the system. And unblock content on sites like Netflix and Amazon Prime. Because without Surfshark, I wouldn't have been able to binge shows like Catastrophe on Passage, which kept me laughing even on the roughest of days. And that would have been a catastrophe. Plus, I use the Clean Web feature all the time because it not only encrypts our online data, but also serves as our ad blocker. So we can surf in a clean cyber ocean with no trackers, malware, and phishing attempts. It's an invaluable tool for us, and right now, if you use our discount code WYNNS, you get 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. And they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out. I will make sure and drop a link in the description box below.
Boats in here.
Not exactly like our last anchorage.
No. It's the last stop before Marsden, and we don't want to get into Marsden at night, so we'll make it work. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We'll remember how to do this.
Crazy thing is, not even that many boats. This is more boats than we've seen in an anchorage in a very long time. It's so exciting. I'm like, there's so many people to meet. Maybe, if there's even any people on these boats.
Yeah.
It is 42 degrees this morning. Oh, that is freaking cold. But this little bay is so cute, and the little town looks like it's adorable. I hate to rush off, but at the same time, like, we're kind of on a mission. And I feel like at least we're getting a little feel for all of these little bays and the cute little areas, and it just gives us motivation to like hurry up and get done so we can get back out here and explore later. Okay. Oh. Whee. Okay. We'll get the dinghy fixed and then get a heater. Alright, I think we have just enough wind to actually sail today. which also means it's colder. Oh, that breeze. It's brisk. I know we sound like a bunch of wimps. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kind of ready?
Yeah, we're gonna go full sail.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It all feels brand new. We know the truth. The choices that we make makes me and you. Here we go again.
You're gonna close the window before killing the engine. That's the priority in cold weather.
Freaking freezing! Oh my god! Oh, but like freaking janky.
Freaking dang on janky repair.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, my fingers are icicle. They're not functioning. All right. Feel my breath makes me feel warm. I'm such a wimp, man. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, so much fun.
We're sailing.
Yeah.
That's an unexpected treat.
Yeah, we've got 12 knots of wind, 6 knots of speed. Whatever she said.
Yeah.
We can have it all. What is it all? Does money make us rise or make us fall? We're living on a dream or living free. We're all behind the scenes, behind the scenes. And here we go again.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful morning. The only thing that would make it better is if we caught a fish. Like a big old honkin' mahi-mahi or something. I don't even know what kind of fish they have here. Oh, I should look that up. Anyway, that would be amazing. That would make for like the perfect sail. The water is super flat because the wind is coming from shore side, so there's really no fetch. And it's just beautiful. 10 knots of wind, absolutely gorgeous. What a morning. Warm coffee. Now it's time for breakfast though.
Everybody loves what I have found. Just take a look around, and here we go again. Here we go again.
Now we're in the river heading towards Marsden Cove Marina, and woo, there is a 4-knot current coming straight at us. So I am both engines at 2,000 RPMs and we're only going 3.8 knots. I hope it's not that strong in the marina, otherwise that's going to be tying up. Very challenging. Yo. Already at the Q dock, we already had a couple of knot current pushing us, and that made tying up interesting too, because it was always moving you at 2 knots. So you always had to counter that. Well, I had to counter that, not you, but it's all exciting stuff that we haven't had to deal with in a very long time. Man, that is something. We made it, and we thought we were recording.
Filmed the whole thing, you know, coming in that tight channel. It was super shallow, and then I was like kicking off the fenders, getting them ready like a pro, and Nikki rolled in like a boss, and it was great. And then we walked right up to the camera, and I go, did it, nailed it, good job, high five. And then I looked at the camera and I was like,
It's not recording.
son of a... user error.
Yeah, yeah. Well.
Wow, she did a good job.
Well, we are in the end, so it's not like it was hard. Okay, well, I think maybe that's it for us today because we've got to go check in, boring stuff, paperwork, figure out how we're going to get the dinghy into town, get some quotes because, well, you know, we do have a hole in the floor that we have to fiberglass over, so if you do fiberglass, hit us up. And then next week we pick up our camper van because we're going to celebrate our 15 years of marriage.
15 years.
Yeah, with a little road trip down memory lane.
Aww.
And around New Zealand. Yeah, 15. Every time I say that, it makes me feel so old. I'm like, how have we possibly been married for 15 years?
15 years of bliss, I like to say.
That's right. So yeah, that's next week. And that's next week. So thank you so much for watching, joining us, and see you then. Got fiberglass over those too. Dang it. More stuff.